Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, the generous donations in all forms, the hypes, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us this evening or whenever you happen to see this. Almost sound like a song. I don't know what song it almost sound like, but it almost sound like a song. You know, somebody realized, and maybe it was through a song that they heard, that somebody been lying for a long time. It's almost like this person was caught in a lie, and that meant they couldn't, when they were caught in this lie, it opened up the gate to how many other lies they said. Hey, behaving goals. And somebody's eye finally opened. Now the it makes sense, why you would have left the way that you did. And not saying that you left in a huff, but why you would have left. Now somebody realizes that you was the prize the entire time. Bottom of the deck. Let's do this one. We'll do this one. Oh, Ten of Swords. Hey, loyalty over everything. How are you? Yeah, somebody, like I said, they were caught lying, and now somebody realizes what they've done. I feel like somebody wants to send a message to you, letting you know that they know that you was telling the truth the entire time. Hey, Addie, how are you, sis? Hey, Shaylin. It's like this person, they were kind of confused to find out that this liar was the devil. Like, like they are waking up, like they're waking up from a nightmare, realizing who they was believing. This liar, this devil. Hey, Ayana. Like I said, and it hurts, but it makes sense that you was telling the truth the entire time. This person is hurt. Like I said, they woke up to see that you was the prize. You was the star the entire time. And this person, they were, I don't know what they was thinking about. I don't know what they was looking at. But they thought that they had something when this person was telling this great big ass lie. Where they was trying to belittle you, put your name in the mud, make it seem like you wasn't shit. But now this person, they're waking up to everything that they lost, everything that you are. And they want to reach out to you. They want to come in fast. They want to talk to you fast, but they know that they have to take care of some things first. First, this person, they feel like they have to just like drop whatever they're at. What it don't make sense to try and work shit out. They just gotta like, you know, drop whatever you can't fit in your suitcase is staying. This is how this person feels like they gotta just go. Hey, Hypsee, how are you? Because it's gonna cause more heartache if they stay. This person is they, like I said, they had this aha moment. It's like they heard something so clear when they heard this person. lie, and they knew it was a lie, and the person, they didn't realize that they were saying another lie that they had already lied about and covered up with a lie to this person way back when. So whenever this person heard it, they knew instantaneously it was a lie. And that's whenever everything started clicking. Like, what else did I not see? What else did I believe that I shouldn't have believed? What else? Hey, Marcia. Oh, this person is hurt. They are hurt because they feel like, you know what? They had this relationship with you. You know, there was a solid, this was like a relationship that was blessed by God, that was given to them from God, and they threw it all away. It's like they watched it go down the river, and they hurt behind this. Hey, Forrest David, how are you? Hawaii, aloha. You know, and this has to do with possibly, you know, some type of generational curse. Hey, Noni. Like they had to do with some type of family curse or something. Like you know what, they heard you talking about this whole family curse, but they you know, when you in your ego, when you think that you know every fucking thing, you think that you know every fucking thing. You can't nobody tell you nothing. Zero, zip, zilch, zada, nada, nothing. This person now realizes if they held back from the wrong one, they should have held you closer to them. Hey, Lightworker William. They should have paid more attention to what you were saying. They should have took more stock into what you was talking about. But instead, they acted like the relationship, the history that y'all had, everything that you did, like it just didn't mean anything. And they was willing to cut this off. They was willing to cut you off, you know. But now this person is starting to think about everything that was invested, everything that you invested in them, everything that they should have invested in you. And like I said, this person, it makes sense now because everything is starting to come full circle. Everything is coming full circle. They realized that they was just all in their ego. Like I said, you couldn't tell this person not a damn thing because they knew it all. This person was smug. This person was narcissistic. This person felt like they had all the answers. Like you couldn't tell them nothing. They ain't nothing. I don't know. Oh, I know. But now they realize they actually did not know. Especially since you walked away and they didn't realize everything or anything until you walked away. And now they feel like it is too late. I'm just hearing like hanging by a thread. Something was hanging by a thread. This person should have researched. They should have did more. They should have checked into something closer, but they didn't. They took whatever somebody said as gospel and they went with that shit. Only to find out that everything that you said, you knew what the hell you was talking about. This is why you were so relaxed. This is why you were so peaceful with everything. Dude, this is why you didn't get all up in arms and I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Oh, I'm hearing that song. And I am telling you that I'm not going. I'm hearing that song. This is what that person wanted you to do. Like Jennifer Holiday, that you ain't going nowhere. But you was like, all right, cool. It's like this person, they realize now that they sacrificed themselves listening to this karmic duo. This emperor that was narcissistic and this witch. They sacrificed themselves listening to these two people that didn't know a motherfucking thing about nothing. Hey, Infinity Collection, how are you? You know, these are the same two people that really barely knew how to wipe their own ass. They just did not know. And it's not because they didn't ask. Well, really, it is because they didn't ask. But it's just because they didn't know. They just felt like, they didn't have to ask. They took something, they took a little thing, and then they ran with it. And even if it wasn't the truth, they still ran with it. Confirmation. Not only that, but those two planned what they was going to do. Like they planned that they was going to feed somebody all this information, this person that would, so that you would be left out, that they was going to feed this person all this and say, no, you don't have to listen to collective. Now shit makes sense, but it makes sense too fucking late. Now somebody understands, because they didn't understand before, but now they understand why you had to, you at one point you did kick up some dust. At one point you did state your case. At one point you was, I know you did, you were saying whatever you had to say, but at some point that shit just got old because you felt like you was talking to deaf ears. So at some point you had to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm done with all this. This person, they know that you're getting justice. And they know that they are trying to settle in and put the seatbelt on because they're about to get some karma. This person is like they want to come in and they want to make this apology, but they're afraid that you still see them as trying to go to war with them. Because the last time you saw them, they was trying to actively go to war with you. And really, this person hasn't really changed. They got to go through all that karma before they actually really change. Confirmation. But the fact that they are waking up, that's the first step. Yes, absolutely, Shaylin. Felt like you was talking to a brick wall. I get that. And you know what? Because they was trying to paint you in a corner. They was trying to make it seem like you wasn't something that you was. You was always the empress. But see, this person, they was trying to paint you to be somebody you wasn't. Hey, LP. Now, if they could do anything at all, they would work on this connection. They would work on this relationship. But it's once you stick your nose in bullshit, it's hard to stop smelling it. You know what I'm saying? Once you show your ass, people only remember you for you. That was the person that showed their ass. See, somebody they all they thought about was money. All they thought about was what they gonna get? What can they get? What can they get from this? What did they have to gain? That's what they thought about. What do I have to gain? But now they realizing they should have been thinking about their heart. They should have been thinking about what can they give. See, judgment's been called on this person. And everybody is looking at this person, not just looking at this person, but everybody is talking about how they lost the prize. They're looking at you like you was the prize. And everybody's like, damn, dude, how you lose that prize? See, this person, they don't want to talk about nothing now. They ain't got shit to say. Because number one, spirit is moving you forward. Number two, you have closed this chapter of your life. I feel like you are being urged to continue to move on, continue to do you, continue to strive. Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Straight Cheese. This person realizes they should have never played these little immature ass games. They should have never tried to go in for the kill. They never should have done none of that stupid shit that they did. Because right now they realizing it was all stupid shit. They sat there and they listened to all this stuff, all this chatter, all this whatever it was going down for years, for eons. Everybody having these secret meetings about you, or saying this or saying that. And somebody was sitting there listening, taking it all up, not even telling you what the fuck that was being said about you, even though they know that if something was said about them, you was the first one to say that ain't your friend, or I'd be careful hanging around that person, or you know what, so-and-so is such and such and such and such. But this person, they want to keep it in. They don't want to say nothing. And I think that's the part that's eating them up the most. The fact that, you know what, they was listening to all this bullshit about you and never ever once. Not only did you not display any of that, any of those traits, any of those characteristics, not only did you not display any of that bullshit, but the fact that they did not ever tell you about it, like they was keeping some, like mum is the word. Now they have the nerve and the fucking audacity to be shocked to find out that somebody was lying. Motherfucker, you knew somebody was lying on the first lie that came out their damn mouth. Like, how dare you? Now somebody want to come to you. They want to make good with you because they see that, you know what, you were strong enough to stand alone. You said, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. You even told them you felt what was going on. You shared what was going. You prophesied what was going to happen, and you know what? You put your heart into this. You put your heart into that person, and what did they do? Lie, cheat, steal, lie about you, act like you wasn't like you wasn't shit. It's like, you know what? Okay, fine. Now this person is sitting here hoping that you call, because they are too embarrassed to call. This person feels left out in the cold. They feel like they're being talked about. They feel like they're being laughed at. And they are. They are being laughed at just the same way they laughed at you. Guess what? Everybody is laughing at them now. The whole town's laughing at me. Yes, silly fool. How you lose such a good thing. How those tables have turned. Now somebody understand what you was talking about when you was talking about it. And they feel like they got to protect themselves by the same people that they sided with. You get the last laugh. You get the last laugh. Because you know what? You're the only one that's victorious out of all of this bullshit. You're the only one that's victorious. You being seen as the responsible one, as the mature one, as the one who didn't play any games. And somebody was trying to play with your heart. They was trying to play with your emotions. They was trying to. They was on this bandwagon of these liars and these fools, coming up against you. Hey, Kinseg Warrior, you're the only one who wins this game because you was the only one who wasn't playing the game. Somebody else was sitting here concocting all these fucking lies, all this shit about you, all this shit about your relationship, all this shit about whatever, only to find out that they should have stuck with you. They would have been happy. They would have been secure. They would have felt good about themselves. They would have been confident had they stuck with you. You cannot teach a fool nothing if a fool think they already know everything. You cannot make, like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Somebody realized that they was led to water, but they wasn't up to drinking. Speaking of, let me take a sip of champagne. They was led to a beautiful stream, clear water. They was so thirsty, panting and everything. Tongue was hanging out to the side, but you could not get that motherfucker to take a sip for nothing. Only thing they was worried about was this bullshit. That bullshit and telling more lies. Because it was fun. They felt cool. They felt like Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz. While they was doing that shit. Now they feel like the fool. They feel like, like I said, everybody's laughing at them like, you know what? You was stupid. Why? Like people was asking, why would you come up against that? Why would you come up against Collective? You look stupid when you was doing that. Shit's changed now with these 2 5s. Now they see things differently. Now they see that, you know what, they should have stuck with you because you was the only thing constant. You was the only thing for real throughout all of this. But no, somebody had to believe some lies about you. Somebody had to believe some made up bullshit. Exactly like Worker William. One of the most dangerous statements is, I already know that. It constricts learning. Exactly. See, somebody didn't want to let something go. They didn't want something to end. That's why they kept going and going and going. That's why they got themselves in a whole situation here, in a whole position here that they can't get out of. That they know that, the only way out of that is they got to get past this karma first. And that's a scary ass person to have to go past. Because she ain't letting shit slide. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody. Oh, okay, we back. Good. Somebody knew everything except for the truth. You know, they felt like they like somebody was allowing their ego to guide them, like somebody had put a one of those nose rings in their nose and was being led around. You know how the bulls have those big nose rings so that they could be led around by their nose. Somebody had one of those and they was being led around, you know, while they was sitting here destroying shit. Damn. While they were sitting here doing stupid shit, while they were sitting here trying to, it was fun for them to try and break your heart. But see, now that this person is realizing exactly what they've done and who they did it to, this shit don't seem fun anymore. You know, like I said, now somebody realizes that they was concentrating on the wrong thing. Now they want to come and bring you this cup of love. Now they want to make amends. They want to ask for, can we start over again? But like I said, I feel like this person has themselves in a financial bind now. Like somebody's telling them about something, about sending them a message about some money. They got themselves in a financial bind, and all they could do really is think about being loving with you now, because they allowed themselves to be drifted off too far. They got themselves in a position they cannot get out of, and instead of sitting here following their intuition, they did not. They didn't even read the fine print of what they was getting into, of what they were signing, this demonic agreement with this devil. You know? It's like now somebody they like trying to be out of sight, out of mind, hoping that they'll close this cycle, but that's not gonna be it. Somebody's not gonna let them up. And they wish that they would have never ever did whatever it was that they did. This person could have broke the law, to tell you the truth. That could have broke the law. And I feel like this person is being, oh gosh, what's the word? Where it's blackmailed. Where somebody they try to fight something, when it comes to having to give up some money, like they being blackmailed, but they know they can't go to the police, they can't go to the law because that's really gonna blow their fucking cover. Hey, Melissa. If only they would have listened to you. I feel like if only they would have extended this olive branch a little bit sooner to this earth angel. But instead, they listened to this person. They thought, getting with this person was going to get them what they wanted. And it may have gotten them what they wanted temporarily, but it sure the fuck didn't give them what they needed. The wants and the needs is two totally different things. What else, Spirit? What else from this deck? What else? Anything else? Thank you. Yes, they finally saw the truth about this devil. And now they want to have this healing. Now they see the truth about you, this star, the star of their eye. But it's like a double-edged sword. You see the truth of who you with and of who you want to be with. You see the truth of who you left to be with and who you let go. You see the truth of both sides. And that's what's scary. It's a fucking double-edged sword. And now all this person can think about is you. All they can think about is traveling with you, closing this chapter with you, starting a new life with you, starting over with you, how happy they were with you, how everything seemed to just work with you. Hey, J Mike. And then they saw the truth about how instead of giving to you, they decided to give to somebody else. And they know that's where they went wrong. That's what fucked them up. And now this person is wondering, they don't know how they're going to get out of this. They don't. I really feel like somebody is being blackmailed or threatened in some type of way. Maybe not, I'm gonna beat your ass, but one of those, you know what, if you don't do this my way, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do that, so that they better think twice. They got to step gingerly around this whole situation because they don't want there to be a boom, a big explosion. And they caught up in this shit. Let's see what else another deck has to say. Somebody feels like they got to walk on eggshells because she don't seem like she's trying to play with nobody. She seemed like she really want her own way. And somebody's trying to figure out what can they do to walk, on eggshells so they can get away from this old crazy ass bitch. Because now they are enlightened as to where they are actually at, how they sacrifice themselves, how they fuck shit up with you. And like I said, this person is receiving karma. And you know what? They know that this door is closing quickly if it hasn't already closed. They may be stuck. Like I said, I feel like somebody is threatening somebody or kind of like, you're going to give to me because somebody wants that money. If not, somebody's going to make it really hard for somebody else. So it's almost like somebody don't have a choice. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. And Spirit said this is what they get. This is what they chose. This is what they chose. They wanted to live in secrecy. There you go. Now you can do it perfectly for you. You can live in secrecy. See, you wanted to be a secret against collective. You didn't want to tell collective what the fuck was going on. You didn't want to be honest with collective. Now you don't have to worry about that shit. Now you have to worry about somebody telling your shit that's going to get you fucked up. That's what you got to worry about. That's too damn bad. And somebody's worried about that because they know one wrong move and they shit's going to be busted. They decided that they wanted to gamble with you. Gamble with somebody that's honest, that's respectable, that's hardworking, that's honorable, that's got, that's responsible, that's got integrity. They wanted to gamble with that. Somebody's receiving some information. And this may have to do with something having to do with court or court order, I'm hearing. They receiving a letter about some type of court order or something. But they don't want you to know about it. Because I feel like if you know about it, you're going to end this shit for real. They ain't got a chance to come back in hell. It could be doing with a mother or something like that, or a baby, or somebody's pregnant or something. I don't know. What's the message, Spirit? But now somebody realizing this liar started lying a long ass time ago. Like I said, somebody had said something and they forgot the first lie. They forgot the 15th lie, and they forgot the 42nd lie. And so whenever they were saying the 93rd lie, somebody said, "Wait, what? What? That's not what you said before. Wait, come back. Back up. Because you had said such and such and such and such." That's when they really knew. See, they should have been listening all along. They should have been listening all along. But instead, they were so busy listening to everybody else, trying to have their little secret thing, trying to juggle you, trying to, have everybody else up in your business, telling your business to people that didn't even have a need to know, and it wasn't even their business to know your business. They was doing all this extra shit. Now they got themselves caught up in a whole situation, like they afraid to come to you to tell you anything, because if they tell you anything, somebody else gonna be like, "Oh, really? Well, I'm gonna tell them how you was given to me, and da 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 and da 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 da, and then I'm gonna tell them this and that and the other, and how da 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 da, and how you took this money and blah blah blah, and then that's gonna leave you out in the cold and blah 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 blah." They was doing too much confirmation. Yeah. She is threatening somebody. She letting somebody know that, yeah, you thinking that you're gonna go on over there, back over there, you think that shit gonna work? That shit ain't gonna work at all. I'm gonna break that shit up. I'm gonna tell how this and that and the other, and how you was working with me, and blah 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 blah. You know how you was slinging dick or whatever, doing all this other extra shit while you were supposed to be with somebody else, thinking that you're gonna go over there and heal that relationship. Oh no, thinking that you're gonna wait for somebody to come in, or you gonna hope that somebody come back to you so you can profess your love to them. Oh no, the fuck you not on my watch. Somebody don't have the opportunity to have you as a wish fulfillment anymore. They gave that shit up whenever they gambled you. When they played with your feelings, they played with your mind, they played with you and your time. They gave that shit up then. Hey, warrior, CC121, how are you? See, somebody, they know they lost this entire whatever game they was playing. They know their ass lost. They ain't got victory for shit, because they was sitting here thinking that they was just being a player from the Himalayas. They was trying to sling and slong and sling and whatever else all over damn town. They was playing with too many people's lives and emotions. Somebody had to realize that they should have sat their ass down the entire fucking time, instead of trying to play around. Yep. And then thinking that they got everything under control, like they holding a secret. Like they getting the cats meow, like they just they're watching you rant and rave and be all unstable and unsteady and everything, trying to figure shit out whenever you was going through your emotions, and trying to just, putting out this or putting out that, trying to figure shit out, and they was sitting back quietly like, whatever. But now that they know that they was being played, oh, it's different now. It's different now. Now that they know that they was being played, now that they know that the happiness wasn't really where they was at right now, it was where they used to be. Now the shit is different. Now that this judgment call been made, and they realized that they was nothing but immature. And the communication with you, and their feelings with you, and their actions with you, now shit is different. They should have been mature. They should have tried to invest in you. They should have tried to put something together with you instead of trying to sit there and act like, well, fuck it. That collective will get it sooner or later. I don't care. What's the message, Spirit? See, it's differently now. Now they want to talk. Now they want to say something. Now they want to let you know that you know what you was right. They see they couldn't see what somebody else was planning whenever they was planning it. Hey Jolynn, how are you? See, especially since everything has started coming back around on them. See, they didn't realize, how good of a person that you was whenever you was there. They didn't see you then. All they did was listen to this liar. All they did was gossip and listen to some more lies and lies and lies and go out and do some more lies and lie about you and believe some lies and lie about you some more and all these lies. Hey, Sonny. What's the message, Spirit? Confirmation if you heard that car horn. Yeah. See, now that they realize that you was the whole prize the entire time, and all they can do is think about you. They thinking about the good times, the times in the past, the times when they felt good about themselves. They felt strong. They felt invincible. Like they could do anything and everything. And then they think about how they tried to cut you out, how they discounted you, how they stopped believing you, how they stopped believing in you, how they stopped seeing you. And how you finally had to walk the fuck away. Now they want to sit here and try and figure out, is there a way for y'all to maybe get back together, and what can they do to get back in, to show you that they serious, to show you that they want to invest in you, to show you that they want to be with you, to show you this, to show you that, to show you, whenever they didn't show you shit before. Except give you their ass to kiss. That's all they wanted to show you before. They sitting here trying to think about how they didn't see this and how they didn't see that and why they didn't believe this and why they didn't believe that. Well, because you didn't want to, motherfucker. Because your ass wanted to be stuck like motherfucking Chuck. And see, now that everything is out in the open, somebody see that they just that stuck like motherfucking Chuck. They sacrificed this, not you. You took some time, you healed yourself, and you went skedaddling on. Now they sitting here wonder if they can have another shot, if some way, somehow, that you could ever come back to them, if they could ever come back to you, if this ship will come in. They can show you how much they care about you, show you how much they love you, show you how much they love and respect you. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. See, they know that they're going to have to end some shit. The motherfucking end. Cold fucking turkey. They're going to have to end some shit. Like cut off communication. Let the motherfucking chips lie wherever they land. And see, they know they're going to have to develop some self-confidence about themselves so that they can learn how to live by themselves, and instead of being codependent, be fucking independent. That was the whole problem. See, they want to act like it was you that was the problem. No, you was never the problem. It was always them. That was the problem. How they felt about them, how they believed everything that everybody else had to say about you, and how they didn't even see nobody in their real form, because there was a whole lot of devils walking around out there, and they didn't want to see it, but they see these devils now. You see what I'm saying? Now they can't help but to see these devils, and they see how they sacrifice themselves. You see what I'm saying? Now they're trying to figure out how they can heal themselves. Hey, Angel Eyes, how are you, sweetie? Hey, Red Violet, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Now you want to pull your head out your ass. Well, that's good for you. But, it's too late now, because the whole relationship is over, ain't it? Just like you wanted. You wanted this relationship to be done. You wanted your contract to be up. You wanted your seat to be empty, right? So you're getting what you want. You getting what you want. Now you got to work on repairing your own fucking broken heart, because you thought for the longest that you was about to break somebody else's heart. That devil is a fucking lie. Hey, Kim Diamond, how are you? I know that's right. Just say never wanted reconciliation, never expressed what he wanted. Because he was too weak. And like we said, the problem wasn't you ever. The problem was always that person. If you got somebody that's true to you, but you feel like you got to go out and do something else, the problem ain't with the person that you cheating on, or you stepping out on, or you being, don't tell so-and-so what I'm doing on. That's not that other person. You were not ever the problem. Is how they feel about themselves. They are not enough. They don't love themselves. That's the problem. They don't feel strong enough. That's the problem. They not secure enough. That's the problem. It ain't ever you. It's just that they want you to feel like it's you. It ain't you. It ain't the collective. It's the motherfucker that's going out there. We know who we are. We balanced. We good. We bring in the sunshine. It's just that this was a little boy in an adult body. Somebody that needed to find out who they were on the inside. Work on that little kid, no matter how old they look. What's the message, Spirit? confirmation. Work on you. Don't sit here and try and blame some shit on somebody else. Don't sit here and go, well, the only reason I went out and I did this is because you know it ain't, don't know, it ain't me. It ain't collective ever. The only reason you did that is because you did that shit. What's the message? Yeah, somebody, they thought that they was hurting you, only to wake the fuck up and realize that they stabbed themselves. They got cuts all up and down their whole body trying to hurt you. Come on now. They trying to ghost you and they getting ghosted. They trying to, thinking that they sneaking around on you and they getting snuck around on. What's the message, Spirit? Now somebody, they want peace in their life. I bet the fuck you do. I bet the fuck you do. Normally those that sit there and go out there and do that wild, stupid ass shit, when they finally wake the fuck up, they first thing is, I just want a peaceful life. I bet you do whenever you had a peaceful life, but you destroyed that peaceful life because you wanted some excitement. Now that you got all the excitement in the world, now you getting a little afraid you don't want that excitement anymore? What's wrong with you? You getting what you asked for, right? Now somebody understand exactly what they was doing. They see it now. They see it now. And it ain't a pretty picture. It is not a pretty picture. Everybody see it now, and it ain't a pretty picture. Not at all. Everybody see how they was trying to sneak around, and they was trying to do this and do that and do the most. Everybody see how they was trying to do all that. How they traded in happiness for fucking misery. And everybody's watching you. Happy go lucky. Walking down the street, jumping up, clicking your heels, keep walking. Got a pep in your step. Sleeping good, looking good, eating good, smelling good, dressing good. And they was trying to cause you some type of heartache. How'd that feel? How'd that work out for you? What else was you trying to do? See, now that they got all these issues, they got this problems, they got this old crazy ass person that's sitting here trying to bamboozle them and threaten them, and they feel like they can't live the life that they want. Well, you could have, but you chose not to. You said that you wanted something else. You said you wanted some excitement. Now you got it. So you can't get upset about the excitement that you got. You know? Yeah. See, they barely able to hold it together. They trying to hold it together. But they so stressed right now because of all these lies that they have to contend with. They barely able to hold it together. They feel like that shit wasn't even worth it. Because the faster they go, you know, they went too fast and they was doing too much. And all this under the moon shit, they was doing too much. And boom, they hit this brick wall. They hit a fucking brick wall. That same brick wall that you felt like you was talking to, Shaylin, that's what the fuck they hit. The same brick wall. So that brick wall came in handy. At least you saw it as a red flag, but this motherfucker didn't see it at all until after they was just running and running and running and boom. Let's get another deck. Bottom of the deck. We got the Three of Cups. Yeah, that's the end of that little rendezvous. It's the end of them trying to sit here and gossip. They ain't trying to say nothing no more. They don't feel like talking. They all in depression right now. And watching you you victorious. They depressed watching you look good, smell good, dress good, walk good, talk good, everything. It's all goody in the hoodie for you. And they got themselves in this position they can't get out of, and they ass is broken fucking hearted. This was supposed to have been you. And everybody see it. Everybody see it. But ain't nobody feeling sorry for their ass. Nobody, because everybody know exactly what they was putting into this shit. And everybody know about the secrets, the lies. Everybody, they thought it was all hush, hush. Don't nobody know I'm doing this shit. They don't know. They don't know. Shh, don't tell Collective nothing. Don't tell Collective. This is my secret. This is my shit. They was like, oh, okay. But everybody know that somebody thought that they was being King Ding-a-ling. Hey, Prophetess Deja, how are you? They thought they was walking around with the big schlong. Well, go on with your big schlong ass then. Now they sitting here looking at you, the star, the healer, healed, happy. And they hoping that they, maybe they could possibly come in and, get you excited about this little idea they got. Like, oh, well, you a whole big ass star. A whole big ass star. And they want to have the nerve and the audacity to try and bring you this little idea they got. If you don't get that little star ass away, if you don't get your little tink tink ass away from me, see somebody embarrassed because the Wheel of Fortune ain't going in their favor. It's going in your favor. You looking good from your head to your shoes. Don't know what that and the one to do. Ooh. You got a new attitude. Y'all know I don't know the words. Well, whatever those words are, those are the words that need to be said. Hey, Straight Cheese, how are you? Yeah. See, somebody realizing now that they should have been protecting, they should have been trying to protect whatever y'all had. They should have been trying to work on whatever y'all had, because now they see that you a whole empress. They should have been protecting that shit and working on that shit. You a whole fucking empress. You know how many of them there are? Not a whole lot. They can go home and look at that shit, that witch that they got with them right now. Not a lot at all. I tell you, what goes around comes back around. Yes, Lord. What goes around comes back around. And the fact that, you know what, you ain't afraid to make your own money either. Hey, Supernatural Genie, how are you? Hey, Angel Eyes. Immigrant? I don't understand that one. The fact that you ain't afraid to make your own money. And they was even complaining about that. They was even trying to attack that. But now, they ain't anymore. Like I said, judgment they call judgment because this other person don't want to work. They got other plans. They got other plans. This person, when it comes to working, this person got to do all the working. This person got to do everything. Everything has to be all them. The other person, they just want the money. They don't want to work, but they will take that money though. They're like, it's Friday. Put your check on the table. We don't need no direct deposit. I want to see the check. I want to see how much you get paid. Because I'm gonna give you your allowance after you been the one to go out there and work all fucking week. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? What is the message? Somebody had plans. They still do. They have plans. That shit ain't happening. Oh well. What you say? Supernatural Genie, what are you talking about? Yeah, see, somebody realized that, you know what, the only thing that they was good at was getting themselves fucked up. That's it. That's the only thing that they made themselves look good at, was getting themselves fucked up. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. And now, like I said, they got this new idea. They got this new plan that they think may work. You know. It's like they wanna ask you or talk to you about something. Maybe you'll work with them or something, or give them some advice or something like that, because they know you're gonna tell them the truth. You're gonna tell them the truth about what they need to do to get on board again, but yet they know that they can be, they need to be truthful with you too in order for this shit to work. Now they got this idea, and they want to know how they can work, get rid of this Queen of Wands, what they can do, because they feel like, hey, they feel like, I've learned my lesson, and I see that's a dead end street for me. So what can we do to work together? What can we do? Because I didn't invest it with the wrong fucking one. Now I see that was working with nothing but the devil. I was investing in the devil's time. Now they see that you was on God's time, and they was on demon time. Now they want to ask you. Now they want to talk to you about everything. Now they want to come to you, and they want to be like, you know what so-and-so said about you, when they should have said that shit a long ass time ago. It's too late now, ain't it? You should have been telling Collector what the hell was going on, right? Don't come like 15 months later. Now you want to talk about it. Now you want to talk about it. Now that the lies is out there, and now you wanna come with you because you done caught somebody in a fucking lie, and you want to come to somebody that is spiritual, that's the high priestess that can see through the bullshit. Now you want to come and talk about it. Is that what the thing is? After all this damn time, now you want to move forward with this whole thing. You want to make amends and everything. After trying to stab somebody in the heart and end somebody in their life and didn't give a shit about nothing. Now you like, well, I think it's time. Where was all that shit before? Exactly, K-Hyphy. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But you didn't. Where was all that before? And see, it makes a big difference if you got to go through that karma by yourself, especially if you feel like this show would be easy if I went through karma with collective, because collective know what to do. They handle this shit like a champ. Damn, let me call collective up. Collective, what you doing? What you doing, girl? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I do have a little bit of a favor. I'm in a position. And I was just, what? No. I'm not asking for no money. No, I'm not asking for no money just yet. But I am in a little bit of a position though. I'm just asking. What's the message, Spirit? Mm-hmm. See, now somebody wants how to protect themselves. Oh, now they want that information on how to protect themselves because their ass is starting to get a little warm back there. Now they want to revive this whole relationship. Mm-hmm. Now they want to tell you how they felt empty without you. Now that's what they want to do. Hey, ye son, how are you? You know, ain't that something? Ain't that something? They want to talk about how much their heart has been hurting since they've been without you. They didn't know how much they loved you until their heart was broken, you know. And yeah, they want to talk about, they want to kind of gloss over these lies, and you know, they just want to gloss over that shit. You know, that shit ain't important. We don't really need to be stuck in the past talking about the lies and shit and the rumors. We don't need to be really kind of stuck in the past talking about that. Let's not get out. Let's get out the past. You know, let's talk about us. You, Ebony and Ivory, live together in perfect harmony. Side by side on my piano, Kiva, Allah, why don't we? Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about that shit from the past. Girl, let that shit go. Let that shit go. I'm back, baby. Daddy is back. What's the message, Spirit? They don't even want to talk about when you walked away. They don't even want to talk about why you walked away. They're like, baby. Listen, baby. Hey, hush. I said I'm sorry. Let's just be happy. Let's just be happy together. Let's be happy and in love. Let's go make love right now. Let's just be happy and in love. Let's not talk about all that shit. No, I don't have a whole lot of money. But you know what? That's not even the whole issue. I'm just saying, baby, I came back to you for no known reason. I just missed you. Life was not the same without you. Yes, the other person, they did me so wrong. They did me so wrong. But that's whenever I realized you and me need to be together. That's when I realized that shit. What's the message? What is the message? What is the message? Anything else from this deck? Thank you. Yeah. See, it fucked them up that this tower hit. It fucked them up that this tower hit, but they didn't want this tower to hit. It fucked them up that, you know what, that they felt so strongly about you. No, what really fucked them up is that you was the strong one. That you was like, I don't need that bullshit. You know, it fucked them up that when they came back with this Knight of Cups, offering their love to you, you was like, you know, life has moved on from me, baby. This is a whole new chapter in my life. You know, you waited around a long time before you came back, so I think I'm good. You ain't got to apologize to me, sugar. You can go on with that bullshit. See, that's the part that fucked them up. Yeah, the fact that they waited too fucking long. They should have came back that next motherfucking day. Can't make this shit up. They should have come back a whole lot sooner than waiting till the Night of Pentacles. Shit, they talking about some, you make them happy. What? After how long it's been? You know what? Get the hell up out of here. I don't give a shit where you go. Just get the hell up out of here. What's the message? Child is right, Red Violet. Child, honey, child, please. Honey, child, please. What's the message? Yeah, see ya. Bye is right, Shaylin. See ya. Bye, boy. Bye, girl. Bye, whoever. Bye. What's the message? What you say, you son? It's a stranger in my house. You got that right. You got that right. See, now they realize they should have listened to you whenever you told them what was about to happen. They seeing that now. You know, they got a whole, but back then they got a whole new, they feeling it now. But you know, back then they was like, no, I want this new love. I'm looking for a new love. But see, now they feel like a fool. Now they feel like a big ass fool, especially when judgment was called on that fool ass. You know, then they want to send you a message, you know, because they found out that they was lied to, that they was manipulated, that they was talked about, that they was gossiped about, and all this other shit. Now they want to send you a message. Talking about some they was confused. They looking for some peace and some forgiveness. We forgive you. We forgive you. We just don't want you to darken the doorstep, though. Forgive yourself. What's the message? Anything else? Thank you. Yeah, they cannot stand it. They cannot stand it because not only are you a star, but you keeping it real with them. You ain't holding back. You ain't sugarcoating shit. You keeping it 100 with their ass. Don't waste my time if you couldn't bring your ass back a lot sooner, because you knew you fucked up the next day. It didn't take all these weeks and these months and everything for you to realize, damn, I fucked up. It took all these weeks and these months for you to realize these motherfuckers is laughing at me. That's what it took you a long time to realize when Collector told you them same motherfuckers that you trying to do all that shit with, you gonna be laughed at. They're laughing at me, but y'all laughing at me behind my back. Guess what, baby? They're laughing at you in front of your face. That's what the whole difference is. Somebody afraid, like they afraid to leave because somebody else is bullying them. Telling them, if you leave, I'm going to say this. I'm going to tell everybody this and I'm going to tell everybody that. See, that's the difference between this motherfucker and Collective. Collective would be like, tell them. Say it. Put it on the internet if you got to. Put it on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Put it on X if you motherfucking have to. Tell them I don't give a flying fuck. I'm gone. But see, somebody else is so worried about what somebody else gonna think. Well, they have to wake the fuck up. They saw through the fog, Disillusionment TV. They was watching it. Somebody see through the fog now. Now they realize that they was the joke, not us. Not us. They realized that you was their true love, and they fucked that shit up. This could have been an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. What's the message? What is the message? Yep. This could have been some narcissistic father. And let karma teach them. Do absolutely nothing. And that's what they don't like. Is karma is teaching them. Somebody realized that somebody got them to sell their soul. So the devil's got 2 souls for the price of 1. Something about their soul contract and their intentions were off. That's why they feeling fucked up right now. They realized that this was the dumbest move ever. If there was ever a fucking dumb move, it was that one. You told this motherfucker, rescue your damn self. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Yeah, this motherfucker went through an ego death. They went through an ego death. You know, and they telling you, they know you had to walk away. You bet your damn pants on that shit. See, all the dark is cleared now. That's when they waking up. They realize that they was sitting here daydreaming about some shit being better. Police. And nothing but a toxic past person. And I'm telling you, they are stalking your social media. They are anticipating. They hoping and anticipating that you come back. Somebody feeling jaded because they got with this karmic. And that ass want a fucking divorce. Oh, well. But your DM, your divine masculine is coming in, baby. Something about you remembering laying on your grandpap's chest. You know, and I feel like grandpap is in the midst. Hello, grandpap. Welcome into the chat, baby. Welcome into the room. What's the message, spirit? Maybe somebody's deceased grandfather had to let somebody know. Oh, not today, motherfucker. Not today or tomorrow. See, their own spell took them out. That's what they get. And here you are about to get you a for real soulmate. Not some chicken. Not some old, not even a chicken, a dried turkey. That's even worse than fucking chicken. They didn't want you to help them because they was doing the shit. That's why they didn't want the help. They was doing some sneaky shit. Well, they snuck the fuck on out there, and now they got an attached black entity now. How that feel? All that sneaking. Freaking sneaking. How that feel? Oh well. I'm telling you, somebody watching you. They are watching you. They can't help but watch you and cry. What else, spirit? What else? Something could have happened on a Monday. And they thinking about you too. But you about to get something that you want. Because you know what? You asked God to change you. And it's okay to tell them to kiss your ass. Yeah, something about a lotus flower is opening up for you. And this person know that they got a beat down coming. And Saturday, they are going to be fucking exposed. Somebody married to the pedophile adult boyfriend. And you know what? You are seen as legendary. You felt like you needed to take that step, and the only scary step was that first step. Once you took that first step, it was smooth sailing from there. And you know what? They are salty as a motherfucker. But you chose a new path, and now they getting that karma. Karma is on a 5-year stretch. That's what they know they about to get. Karma, 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 karma. Karma in the background, like, yes. Yep. All right, y'all. Go ahead and think about your question. We getting ready to swing the pendulum, and I'm getting ready to shut this down. Go out and get my little Sasha. She's in the backyard. Hopefully, she ain't dug up the entire backyard, and I left her out there by herself. So think of your question, and we're gonna ask Spirit. Okay, Spirit. All right, so what is the answer? What did you want Collector to know, Spirit? What is the answer? Looks like it is a no. Because it's going left to right. Looks like the answer is a no, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I do look forward to seeing y'all in the morning. I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Thank you so very much for everything. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all, okay? All right, so, all right. Hold on a second. Okay. I love y'all. See you in the morning, okay? All right. Bye now.